Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Football Heaven 24/7. I'm your host Jamie. Just going to run down. Last episode I did a review of the weekend's action. I'm just going to run down all the fixtures and do predictions now for the rest of the week's football coming ahead. Starting from tonight, on the 28th of December, all the way through to the first round of games in the new year on the 2nd and the 3rd of January. So I'm just going to run through them all now. So last night, there was a couple of games that went on. Chelsea beat Bournemouth 2-0. Manchester United beat Forest 3-0. Burnley in the Championship beat Birmingham City 3-0. And Reading beat Swansea 2-1. Bolton Wanderers also drew 0-0 with Derby in League One. And in League Two, battle of the top two between Leyton Orient and Stevenage, that ended up 0-0. So those were the games for Monday night. Tonight's games on Tuesday night. There's not a lot on. There's only Leeds against Manchester City, really, and there's some Scottish games, but we don't normally cover the Scottish games, so I'll leave those out. But it's Leeds against Manchester City. Now, Manchester City are currently 8 points behind Arsenal at the moment. They're lying in third after Newcastle won 3-0 at Leicester City. If they win tonight, they go within 5 points of Arsenal. So Arsenal will be hoping that Leeds will draw with them or beat them, obviously. But I can only see one winner in the game. I think I did the prediction the other day. I'm going for Manchester City to win 3-1 in that game. That's how I think it'll end up for that one. So, jumping on to Thursday night's games, there's a whole round of Championship through to League Two fixtures. I'll just run through them quick, give you my predictions on how I think they'll turn out. So, Blackburn Rovers against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are on some good form at the moment. They won 4-1 at the weekend. A couple of days ago against Wigan. I fancy him to beat Blackburn 2-1 in that game. Blackpool then playing Sheffield United on Thursday night. And I go for Sheffield United to win that one. I'll go 4-1 to Sheffield United. Coventry City against Cardiff City. I'm going to go 2-0 to Coventry City. Huddersfield against Rotherham. That's going to be out 2-1, I think. Millwall against Bristol City. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Millwall. QPR against Luton Town. Going to say 1-1 in that one. West Bromwich Albion against Preston North End. I'm going to go for 3-1 to West Brom. And Wigan against against Sunderland. I'm going to go for 3-0 to Sunderland in that one. And then in League One, we've got Barnsley against Fleetwood Town. I'm going to say 2-0 Barnsley. Bristol Rovers against Exeter City. Kind of a localish derby, a West Country derby. Going to say 2-1 to Bristol Rovers in that one. Forest Green against Burton Albion. Going to go 2-1 to Burton Albion. Morecambe against Accrington Stanley. Going to say 1-0 to Accrington. Oxford United against Charlton Athletic. Going to say 2-0 to Oxford. Peterborough against MK Dons. Going to say 3-1 to Peterborough. Plymouth against Wickham. I'm going to say 2-2 in that one. 3-2 Plymouth, I'll say in that one. Portsmouth against Ipswich Town. I'm going to go 2-0 to Ipswich. Sheffield Wednesday against Port Vale. I'm going to say 3-0 in that one to Sheffield Wednesday. And Shrewsbury against Cheltenham. Going to go for 2-0 to Shrewsbury in that one. So that's predictions for all League One's games. League Two on Thursday night. Barrow's playing Tranmere Rovers. Barrow's on a good run at the moment, but Tranmere won the last game 3-0. I'm going to say that's a 1-1 draw. Bradford against Harrogate Town. I'm going to go for another 1-1 in that one. Colchester United against AFC Wimbledon. Colchester on a bit of a good run at the moment. They've just come away from the relegation zone in League Two. I'm going to go for Colchester to win that one 2-0. Crewe against Carlisle. Carlisle's on a good run at the moment, and I'll go for 2-1 to Carlisle in that game. Doncaster Rovers against Rochdale. Going to say 3-1 Doncaster. Grimsby Town against Salford City. Going to go for Grimsby to win that one 1-0. Hartlepool against Mansfield. I'm going to go for 2-2 draw in that one. We've got Northampton against Swindon Town. Northampton's on a bit of a roll at the moment. I'll go for Northampton 2-0 in that one. Sutton United against Gillingham. Gillingham are doing absolutely awful at the moment. They're right now on the bottom of the table. I'm going to go for Sutton to win 2-1 in that game. And then Walsall against Stockport County, I'm going to say that's going to be finish a 2-2 draw in that one. So that's all my predictions for Thursday night. On to Friday night, we've got 2 Premier League games. Liverpool up against Leicester City. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff. And West Ham are playing Brentford. But in the game between Liverpool and Leicester, Leicester got absolutely smashed by Newcastle in their last game. They're not on great form this season. They had a little bit of a revival, but with the absence of James Maddison, a few other crucial players, Leicester aren't looking that great. I fancy Liverpool, after smashing Aston Villa 3-1 on Boxing Day, I fancy them to beat Leicester City 4-1 in that game, so I'm going to go 4-1. West Ham's playing Brentford. Brentford looked brilliant at home to Tottenham, also on Boxing Day. They went 2-0 up, but ended up drawing 2-2. But I'm going to go for Brentford to sneak a 2-1 win at West Ham, because I think West Ham they're not playing very well at the moment. So I think that's going to be 2-1 to Brentford in that one. In the Championship, Birmingham against Hull. Birmingham are doing really well. I'm going to go for Birmingham to win that one 2-0. Norwich are going to play in Reading on Friday. Norwich have just sacked Dean Smith, their manager, so I don't know who they're going to get him to replace him. But I fancy Reading to pull off a shot there. I'm going to go for the 2-1 win to Reading. Stoke against Burnley. Going to say 2-2 draw in that one. I think Stoke will have a bit there to halt Burnley a little bit. I'll go for 2-2. Swansea then play Watford. Going to go for Watford to draw that one 1-1. Derby then play Cambridge in League One. Going to say Derby to win that one 2-0. Lincoln City against Bolton. Going to go for a 1-1 draw in that one. And then going into League Two on last of Friday night's games in the professional football league. I'm going to go Newport County against Leyton Orient. Going to say 2-1 to Leyton Orient. Stevenage against Crawley. Going to say 2-0 to Stevenage. And then going into New Year's Eve, we've got a Premier League fixtures. Obviously, New Year's Eve is on a Friday. Oh no, it's not. New Year's Eve is on a Saturday even. So we've got Bournemouth against Crystal Palace. Bournemouth, like I say, lost to Chelsea 2-0. I think that Crystal Palace will get defeated by Bournemouth, though. I think I'm going to go 2-1 to Bournemouth. Then Bournemouth get back on track. Brighton against Arsenal. Arsenal continue to go from strength to strength. There was 1-0 down against West Ham in their last game, but ended up winning 3-1. And I can only see Arsenal getting another result here. I'm going to go for Arsenal to win against Brighton, just narrowly 2-1, because I think Brighton are playing some good stuff at the moment. They won 3-1 away at Southampton, but Southampton look pretty much dead and buried. Fulham are playing Southampton on Saturday. Southampton are playing awful at the moment. I'm going to go for Fulham to win that one 3-1. Manchester City against Everton. I'm going to say Manchester City to win that one 4-0. Newcastle against Leeds. Newcastle, I'm going to say to win that one 3-1 as well. And then Wolves against Manchester United. Wolves did get a good win against Everton, but I think they're going to lose to Manchester United. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Manchester United. And then we go into New Year's Day fixtures. Just run through them quick. My team, Forest, are playing Chelsea. I think it'll be a tight game. That Chelsea did get a good win against Bournemouth, but I fancy Forest to get something against Chelsea in the game, even though they lost 3-0 at Manchester United. The home form has been really good in the last sort of 5 games for Forest. Bearing in mind, Forest have beaten Liverpool at home 1-0. They've also beaten Tottenham 2-0 in the Cup. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in that game between Forest and Chelsea. Excuse me. And then we got Tottenham against Aston Villa in the Premier League. And Tottenham, I think, will beat Aston Villa easily. I'm going to go for, I think I'll go 2-0 Tottenham in that one. No, 3-0 Tottenham. And then in the Championship, it's Blackburn against Cardiff City. I'm going to say Blackburn to win that 2-1. Blackpool against Sunderland. I'm going to say Blackpool to lose that one 2-0. Coventry City against Bristol City. I'm going to say 2-1 to Coventry City. Huddersfield against Luton Town. Going to say a 2-2 draw in that. Millwall against Rotherham. Going to go for Millwall to win against Rotherham 2-0. And then going into League One, we've got Bristol Rovers at home again against Cheltenham. Going to say Bristol Rovers to win that 1-2-1. Forest Green against Port Vale. Going to say 1-1 in that game. Morecambe against Burton Albion. They're going to go 2-0 to Burton Albion. Oxford against Exeter. Another sort of West Country derby. I'll say that one will be 2-0 to Oxford. I'll go again. Peterborough against Wycombe. Going to go for a 1-1 draw in that. Plymouth against MK Dons. Going to say 2-0 to Plymouth. Portsmouth against Charlton Athletic. Portsmouth to draw that 1-1, and then Shrewsbury against Fleetwood. Going to say Shrewsbury to win that 3-1. And then into League Two, we've got Bradford against Salford City. Bradford, I'm going to say to win that one. to lose that 2-1. Colchester United to beat Swindon. Going to say 2-1 in that one. Crewe against Tranmere. Going to go Tranmere to draw that 1-1 with Crewe. Doncaster against Carlisle United. Going to say 1-0 to Carlisle. Grimsby against Stockport County. Going to say 2-1 to Stockport in that one. Hartlepool against Harrogate. Going to go for a 3-2 win to Hartlepool. Sutton United against Wimbledon. Going to go 2-2 in that one. And Walsall against Mansfield. Going to go for Mansfield to win that 2-1. So that's my predictions for that day. On the 2nd of January, there's one game in the Premier League, Brentford against Liverpool. Last season it was a 3-3 draw. This season I'm going to go for for Liverpool narrowly to win. I'm going to go for 3-2 to Liverpool in that game. And then we've got the Championship games. Birmingham against Middlesbrough. Birmingham, I'm going to say we'll lose that 2-1. Norwich against Watford. We go 2-0 Watford. QPR against Sheffield United. Going to say 3-1 to Sheffield United. Stoke against Preston. We'll say a 2-2 draw in that one. Swansea against Burnley. That will be, I think, I'll go 2-0 to Burnley. West Brom against Reading. That's going to be tough. And I think 2-2 in that one as well. Wigan against Hull. Going to say possibly 2-0 to Hull. And then on that day on the 2nd, we've got games in League One. Barnes is at home to Bolton. I'll go for 2-2 in that. Derby against Accrington. I'll go 3-1 Derby. Lincoln City against Ipswich Town. I think Lincoln will lose that one and lose their unbeaten home record so far. I'm going to go 2-1 Ipswich in that one. And then Sheffield Wednesday against Cambridge. I'm going to say 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. Then League Two fixtures, we've got Barrow against Rochdale. I'm going to go 2-0 Barrow. Newport against Crawley. I'm going to say 2-0 to Newport in that one. Northampton against Leyton Orient. I think that will be a tight game, but I'll go for a 1-1 draw in that. Stevenage against Gillingham. I'm going to say Stevenage to win that one. Convincingly, I'll say 3-1. And then the final round of games, we've got some on Thursday, January the 3rd. Arsenal's playing Newcastle. That's going to be a massive game. Arsenal will still be top by the time that game comes round. But Newcastle could either be in 2nd or 3rd place as they come into that game. That's going to be a tough game. Bit of a hard one to predict. I think Newcastle will push Arsenal close, but I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory to Arsenal. Then Everton against Brighton on Tuesday the 3rd. I'm going to say Brighton to win that one 2-0. Leicester against Fulham. I'm going to say Fulham to get a 1-0 win there. Manchester United against Bournemouth. Going to go for 4-1 to Manchester United. And then Wednesday on the 4th of January, it's Aston Villa against Wolves. Going to go for Aston Villa to win that 2-0. Crystal Palace against Tottenham. Going to go 2-0 to Tottenham in that one. Leeds against West Ham. Going to go for Leeds to win that one 2-1. And then the final one on the 3rd, on the 4th of January even, Southampton against Forest. I'm going to go for Forest to win that 1-2-1 and finally break their away day blues. And then finally on the 5th of January, it's Chelsea against Manchester City. And I'm going to go for Manchester City to win that one 2-0. So that's my predictions for all the games coming ahead. Have a great week, whoever you support. It's been Football Heaven 24/7, and I'm going to do another episode that will reflect all those games through the week, another couple of episodes to wrap it all up when those results come in. So whoever you support, like I say, I hope they win. I hope you have a good week and have a happy new year. And bye for now.